All right, this is Monster Hunter 1, the Japanese version with the English patch from MH Old School. And I actually have played a little bit of Monster Hunter 1 just to see if I was going to maybe like it. It's a very infamous game for how crusty, I guess you could say it is. But I played till 2-star, just testing things out. On the English version, I have both. And I don't think it'll be the worst thing in the world. I have a save file set up already, so I don't have to go through character creation. I don't think there's any other changes. I considered making the controls a little bit different, swapping the D-pad and the right stick. However, I'm going to try to do it vanilla. There are some different graphical settings that I'm using. So it's still going to look different from like a vanilla game. But for the most part, it's the same. I think I upped the contrast and some saturation a little bit because I like saturation. But other than that, it should still look fairly standard for the versions of the game you can play nowadays. But I did all of the quests to the 2-star urgent, and then I did the 2-star urgent, which I believe is Velocidrome. And I thought I may enjoy the game. So we're going to see. I have plans to go all the way through the game, completing every quest. We'll see how far we get with that. But once I get a certain distance, I will move on to G. Because I'm pretty sure there are ways to move save files to G, I think. It may be like a safe transfer or something like that through the menus of the game. But that should still work, I guess. If you've not played Monster Hunter 1 before, it's very rough. It is not like Generations Ultimate, or 4 Ultimate, or 3 Ultimate, or even DOS is different, though it's obviously more similar to 1. Money is scarce. Item box is very limited. You get like 2 pages, I think, at most. So you're probably going to be grinding for money a lot. At least I am. I think what I did in my testing was just make like the cheap leather armor. It's kind of the intention. It gives you $1,500. You're gonna make a full set of armor. It's not very good armor. You only get 5, but that is what you get. What you should expect, I guess. I do believe there are some slight differences in the English, like standard English version and the Japanese version. Online is differently structured. Like the code and stuff is structured differently. It uses different platforms, I think. Something like that. So as far as I'm aware, you cannot play 1 English online. But you can play this one online through different methods. I don't know if I'm going to play online. I think I'm going to wait until I get to town quests, which will be after low rank village. Or just village. I don't think there's high rank village. But even then, that won't happen. I won't get to like any special high rank village quests. I don't think. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Again, I haven't played much. I haven't looked too much into this game. I know a lot about it through osmosis. But other than that, it's going to be a mostly new experience. Mostly. But we'll see. It's very similar to Freedom 1, which I've played a good chunk of, but also very different at the same time. You have the wonderful right stick controls, which, if you watched the try demo that I played through, that was an experience, but it's not as bad here. They don't make your Y button use items even with sword and shield. It always chooses your weapon, so that's fine. And yes, the right or the D-pad controls the camera because your right stick is used for attacking, so I'm going to just be mashing L2 a lot of the time. I don't think this is any different from what I've read. But they actually give you some pretty decent tips for the game. Also, another difference that I like personally is that the circle button is confirmed and the cross button is back out. on the Japanese version, as opposed to the English version where they have it swapped, so your rolling is on your A button if you're using like a Nintendo controller, which is weird. I do find it weird that they label rolling as a quick roll, as opposed to a slow roll. That's a whole lot of stuff I don't really want to get into right now. I know Lance is very good in this game. At least I think it is. I think this is the game that it's mostly used in. But other than that, I don't know if there are any other okay weapons. I know Sword and Shield is good for mobility. I like to just make sure I hit my attacks. I'm not going to spam it for sharpness sake. However, it is still a bit hard to hit things sometimes. But it's just gonna take some getting used to. I don't know. So there is a thing where people like crouch to carve and stuff, but when I was going through my little testing period, I found it just as fast to do it from standing. I'm not sure if that's like a thing where you carve faster in later games when you're crouching. Of course, once you get to Generations, you can just hold the carve, so that doesn't really change much. And there are also some mods for the game that can like add different things. I think there's one that gives you the PSP controls. I want to try to do it standard vanilla though, and not mess with it too much. Get the authentic experience, no matter how rough that may be. Blood is a little much in the Japanese version. English version, it's much toned down. I'm not really a blood guy, so that's not really something I'm really just clamoring for in Monster Hunter games. Of course, the first weapon that I ever really mained was Prowler, which doesn't have any blood in Generations, so you don't really see it too often unless you're like, I don't know if you even get it when you're getting hit. I know you get it when you get hit with hunters, but I don't know about cats if you actually have the blood effect show up. But obviously, if you're playing with other hunters, they're going to have that effect going off. The most important thing it's used for is just knowing how much damage you're doing, right? Stamina usage is very high in this game, especially when you're running away from monsters. That doesn't get fixed until 4th gen at least. And even then, I think you still use more stamina. It's just not as dramatic as it was in like Tri and 3 Ultimate. But this is going to be slow. I'm not going to be very quick with it. So this may be more like Stories 3, where there may be long stretches of me not saying anything. Just trying to focus on figuring out what I'm trying to do and not just mindlessly rambling and messing things up because of it. I don't really know what the best way of farming money would be. I'd guess either just quests or mining, maybe that's a good way. I don't know what the conversion rate would be for selling ores versus your cost for pickaxes, because those are expensive relatively in this game. I think we're good for the next few quests. Yeah, these are all just tutorial quests, so they don't really matter that much. I do need to get into a habit of going to my item box and putting stuff up, though. It's a very nice English translation, though. They probably shouldn't buy anything. They probably give me the materials that I need to work with. I do find it weird that the loading screen doesn't like go up and down like I'm used to. Which loading screens are always different, but you would expect the words to like move up and down. That's fairly standard from what I remember. It's a steak quest. You think I would look at these things? Yep. You're gonna have to get used to that. Trying to turn the camera and I'm pulling up my weapon. Most of this stuff is standard. There's a bit of a weird rhythm you have to get into with the right stick controls as well, because if you like let off for even half a second, it's just gonna be like, no, you have to restart your combo. I think I only need one steak. There we go. I think these sell for a decent amount. Question is, do you want to spend the time making them? They're not that hard to make. Just you gotta do it right or else you get like the rare steaks, which are very much not worth selling from what I remember. I wouldn't be surprised if most of the monetary values on the items are similar from, or in Freedom, not from Freedom. I don't know, maybe they changed it from Portable to Freedom. That's different. We'll figure it out, I guess. I'm gonna try to treat this like it's its actual new game and not just like a quick revisit. So again, like I said before, slow playthrough. Not anything I'm gonna try to speed through. Now, if I just absolutely hate the game for whatever reason, then that's a bit different, but I think I at the very least have enough experience with like old Monster Hunter to have some expectation of challenge and not just be completely blindsided by it. Like, I didn't just on a whim say, oh, I'm going to play Monster Hunter 1. Most people who do that regret that decision. Got only 48 zenny for that, which isn't amazing, but it's okay. It is weird how you don't have your weapon in the hub area. I'm sure you have it in town. I mean, I guess you don't have to, but... It is nice that they tell you where you're supposed to go. These are tutorial quests, so I guess I shouldn't give them too much credit. Like how some of them just immediately leave and the other ones are just kind of like, oh, woe is me, I can't do anything. I can walk into a wall for a few seconds, but other than that, I'm purely hopeless. Like this guy's trying to defend himself, but he can't really do it that well, can he? I don't think it would hurt to grab a bunch of meat. Again, if I'm in it for the long haul, I'm not like speedrunning or anything. I want to try to not be in that mindset, because that can end me up in 6-star with not enough money to take quests and having to farm herbs to sell just to be able to fight a 2-star monster. Okay, that's what select does. We're going to sharpen our weapon, because certainly need to sharpen. Pressing all of the right buttons. So you would think that the crouching animation actually makes it take longer, but it seems to me that the gathering animation is sped up a little bit. So like here, I'm crouched. I'm not crouched. That feels faster even, honestly. Let's see. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. I'm actually time that correctly. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. About 3.5 seconds, I guess. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. Unless I'm just counting it wrong, it seems faster to do it from standing, actually. Which I don't know why that would be the case. I'm gonna just say they're the same, and it doesn't matter. That is helpful, because I don't have to worry about, like, rolling by accident just to crouch next to the item. I can just spam the A button and hope it works. I will say, though, I'm not a fan of the fixed gathering points. Okay. There is some benefit to it, because you always know where it's at, but since, as far as I'm aware, they don't actually respawn, you just have to, like, go out and go back into the quest. Unless there's some sort of technique there that I'm missing, but I think once you're out of it for the quest, and you have to reload everything. I think try at the very least. I don't know if Portable Third had it. Portable Third was after try, I think. And would not be surprised, because it's running off of Freedom Engine, or Freedom's Engine. Freedom Me Not, probably more accurately. It's running off of that, so I wouldn't be surprised if that had the fixed gathering points, but 3 Ultimate, at the very least on the 3DS, and if it's the one on the 3DS, it should be the one on Wii U as well, has the respawning gathering points, which just is more helpful. You may not know where everything's at since it changes, but at the very least, it will respawn. And again, maybe the gathering points get refreshed in this game, I don't know. I guess I will figure it out, maybe. Climbing is also very wonderful in this game. Gotta waddle your way all the way up to the top of the mountain just to get your spider web. Also, since the gathering point doesn't go away, you don't know when you're out of gathering, so you just kind of have to sit there until it tells you there's no more, and then it's just like, oh well. Be nice if you would just make the graphic disappear. That's the way it goes. This is always such a weird area. Even in Generations, it's like a bit of a maze finding your way up and down the mountain. Like when you're holding something. Obviously, if you're not holding anything, then you can just kind of jump down the mountain and not really care, but if you're trying to get that wonderful egg down, then you gotta find a path that you won't drop it if you don't have Lander. I think there's a mushroom spot here. Maybe you have to wait for them to walk up to it. Do you like make it spawn, or where are you going? Going in circles? Okay. That's fine. I think I can carve mushrooms from you anyways. Also, the carcass despawn times are very low in earlier games. And small monsters that you probably are aware are much more aggressive. They have no concern for their lives, all they are out for is your blood. I think that's good enough. Oh yeah, and you only get 2 item pages in this game. Item storage really was not a concern to the developers. Whether intentionally or not, probably some form, at the very least intentionally. I would at least hope so. Say there's another button for doing an attack. I may be wrong though. I was looking at the manual for... Was it the manual or was it something else? One of the portable games, you can do the 4U/ from Guard with Sword and Shield. I say 4U/ because it's the one I recognize it from the most. I'm sure it's in GU and it may even be in 3U. It was not in Try for whatever reason. Was it? Freedom Unite? I can't check it right now, but I don't know which one it was, but I do like that one a little more than just like the chuck attack where you chuck your sword very slowly and it has terrible motion value. Because, you know, it's actually a combo starter and not just poke while guarding with a very lightweight and pitiful shield. It'll do its job, but its job is not much. I did not deposit my items. I ran out of space. I'm sure I'll be fine. What am I doing here? Potions! I may be able to actually make one. How many do I need? 2? 2. I'm still gonna gather. Think it would be a good idea. No farm in this game, so what you get is what you get. How many ways of multiplying that other than going right back out and grabbing it again? So I hope you like the gathering animation. I'm gonna try not to use any speed up, because I think the spirit of the game is suffering through it and immersing yourself in the beautiful backgrounds while waiting for your farm to work, so to speak. I mean, if you want to look at it that way, the maps are your farm and they refresh after every quest, right? Because, I mean, up until... What, did Tri have an actual menu farm? Probably. I know 3 Ultimate did. So I guess Portable Third, up until that point, you just had to gather stuff. It was just at the village base. So you could go on a quest and gather things, and then you could go back to your farm and gather things as well. But until Freedom, was it? Because I don't think it was in DOS either. Well, no, Freedom was before DOS. Portable, technically. I don't know if Freedom 1 was actually before DOS or not, but either way, in 1 and DOS and G, you don't have a farm. You just, like I said, the map is your farm, and you wait for it to refresh every time. And if you don't get what you want, refresh it. I don't know if abandoning... I want to say yes. Abandoning a quest actually progresses the quest timer. Like, if you're wanting a specific quest to show up in village, then abandoning the quest actually will push that along. In something like Generations and maybe 4, you're gathering quests, specifically the Harvest Tours, and just abandoning a quest won't do anything. Which there's upsides and downsides to it. If you're trying to actually beat a quest or practice a quest, then abandoning it saves the state before the quest. So, say you like get to 35 minutes into the quest and you've carded 2 times and you're out of items, it's just like, okay, let me abandon, get everything back, and try to do it better next time. But if it's a cycling quest, then it's just kind of like, oh, well, if I abandon now, it's gone, so I'll have to keep abandoning. Which I guess you can just kind of do that, right? There's not really much in the way of risk if you just keep abandoning stuff. Not really much risk if you abandon it the other way either. The quest just stays there. However, you had to spend time hunting Hermitars, just to Hermitars and GU. Either that or Kelby Horns. That's how you farm your cat levels too. Is this area open? No, there's still a big rock over there. I like the camera going through the wall, looking at the skybox under the ground. I don't remember it doing that in the English version. That may be a Japanese release only. What wonderful features. Did I gather from this? Yes, I did. I was supposed to get mushrooms, wasn't I? Are you going to actually find it this time? Nope. Again, I don't know if they actually like look for an actual spot or if they make it spawn. And if it doesn't exist, then they just kind of circle around looking endlessly for one. Oh, okay. Good job. Yeah, get used to that. Tail cuts can happen in zone transitions as well, and you do not get your tail cut if that's the case. I think it spawned though, didn't it? There's still 2. Yes. That's concerning for small monsters. Like if I put in all the work to kill the small monsters and then, oops, you got knocked out of the zone. I guess let's warrant him to stay out of the zone transition area. Little concerned about the volcano though, because I'm gonna say from my memory that's not the most abundant area in the game in terms of like space you can actually fight on. So you may end up fighting your zone transitions, and that is fun. I think herbs mostly suffice for lowering stuff. I mean, obviously, once you get like Kutku, which isn't that far away, you want potions, but you also get first aid meds. I'm sure it's not until high rank quests that you really want to actually have a stock super full at the very least. I'm probably going to keep Sword and Shield until something like Kutku, I guess. That way I'm not using money on anything until I feel like I actually need it. The most expensive thing in the world. Guess there's another way to look at weapon previews in this game. Oh boy, slow to draw. My favorite mechanic. Probably want the iron one. Don't think Lance really deals that well with sharpness. Oh boy, fishing! May actually buy some pickaxes. There's all my money. I don't even know if I can get ore. Maybe. They probably lock off the nest until the egg quest. Some of them to give you free worms. Already did all this. So, I think there's a mushroom gathering spot over here. Yes. And an herb gathering spot. Oh, wait. Hold on. I think in Area 11, which is where I have to fish, I think there's a ore spot. So I can gather something there. The only other one I remember is in the nest area, which is conveniently missing from the map. This is a very bountiful herb spot. I'm gonna max out my herbs from this. Almost. Cool. You gonna attack me? No. Aren't those account items? Maybe. I don't really think the cats give anything of value. Also, as you may know, the camera is wonderful in this game. When it gets to a wall, it will move along it. It's like it's its own physical object that it has to abide by the laws of physics. So, Area 9, I think, is fairly infamous for like zooming the camera the very far in. That way it doesn't get caught on stuff, and that's just great way to fight monsters. I think there's a Bullfingo here too. Yes, and you're already starting. Hold on. Okay, well, I was holding Zior there, but did not quite work. Headshake is immediate tackle. If he starts kicking up dust, then he... Okay, please stop this madness. How do I draw into block? Oh, wait, no, I'm hitting the wrong button. Sorry, I forget. No wonder I didn't block before. It's fairly useful for small monsters at the very least, but you can run out of stamina very quickly. You know, I really need to try not to fight like I'm playing Wilds. I have plenty of time to attack him after he fails. The only large monster I've fought in this game is Velocidrome. So I've fought a bunch in Freedom, but not any in the first game. And again, they're very similar, but there's still some differences. Okay, this is not worth my money. Stop, please don't break it. That's another bad thing, since you're using your limited pickaxes. You have to use it one time for it just to tell you that you're out. It's just like, oh, thanks. You have to have pretty quick reflexes for fishing in this game. At the very least, you need to get a feel for it, because it's not as lenient. Like that. Did I lose it already? I think I lost it. Yep. Oh my goodness. At least you don't lose it if you don't let them bite it. So I guess a quick grab is better than a late one. There we go. I think sushi fish actually sell for a decent amount. And since they give you free worms, it may not be a terrible, at the very least, cost-efficient way to make money. Not necessarily the most time-efficient way. Be too quick. Ah. At least it was merciful and didn't take the bait. It's very brutal. It's like, I don't think the vibrations on the controller are any different either. If they are, it's very hard to tell. I think that's used for sharpening. Let's not use that by accident. I like the spotlight effect. Little weird. There's mushrooms over there too. I'm gonna try to have fun with gathering. Also, yes, nothing found. That doesn't mean there's nothing left. That just means you didn't find anything, which is great. Game really respects your time. Alright, nothing else. What's my item pouch looking like? A couple more slots. Can you combine... Well, like you combine anything? No. Okay, so... Those don't make anything. That makes something. Makes garbage. But it does make something. That was my only burst arowana. I probably should have just sold that. What do you... Okay, so in world, you need nitro shrooms. Fire herbs make gunpowder. I would assume fire herbs combine with something else in this game to make gunpowder. Would that have been a spread shot? Maybe. Okay, good. What singular herb? Thank you, game. I think I grabbed that one earlier. Still try it though, see if it respawned. Either that or I didn't grab it earlier. I think I'd rather have a single herb than a huskberry. Stones do combine to make something. Bomb casings? Let's see. Spider webs, maybe. I don't have any, so possibly. Either that or ivy. I don't know if ivy's in this game. Yeah, they're 45. Is that still less work than raw meat? Probably not. Iron ore actually is worth a singular old pickaxe. So as long as you get 2, that is worth something. But if you can't even get 1 with 1, then you're losing out on money. I don't think I need to worry about money for right now, though. At the very least, getting it, saving it, that's pretty important. Like how the camera just whipped around there. Just let them come to me. I'm sure they can see me through that wall. So I have obviously a widescreen patch. I may turn that off. Game, please. Thank you. Did I did. Okay. I may turn that off because obviously this spotlight effect is not vanilla. Like, oh, you're the one in the spotlight right now. I hear stirring going on, but again, I don't know if they can actually see through walls or not. I would not put it past them to be able to just like know where you're at all times. And in fact, they may even be trying to attack me through the wall, and they're not able to do that for whatever reason. I'd like to say their pathing is better than that, but let's not get too generous. Yeah, they're trying to attack me through the wall. Okay, good job. Thankfully, their flinch threshold is like 1. So as long as you do 1 damage to them, they'll flinch, which is very useful. Also, so on things like Aptonoth, the despawn time for the carcass aren't bad at all. Like, it lasts for quite a while, but on the carnivores, for whatever reason, they just like immediately despawn. I just don't understand that. Is this gonna kick me out? Where you at, buddy? Are you still trying to attack me through the wall? There's gotta be another one. You gonna try to climb up here? You do see me, don't you? Trying to stay out of his sight lines. I know that some sort of requirement for them to attack. Also, yes. You don't actually get a detailed view of the map. When you zoom it in, you just get the map zoomed in, which is very silly. Probably would have been better to go grab the other herb from the northern area. Well. You know, that's not a terrible quest to actually do. You get 300, I think, for completing it. No, I guess only 200. I thought the quest fee was included in your reward, but I guess not. Because I had 120 or 130 before, which would add up perfectly. Mushroom picking. Do I have special mushrooms? Please, game. Thank you. I assume it took them out. No, actually. Well, this will be a very easy quest to complete then. So it gave me a lot of fangs for whatever reason, which is nice. So I'm gonna ignore going for the mushrooms since I already have enough. In fact, only needed 7 of them, but I'm still gonna grab some herbs. And regular mushroom gathering spots, that way I can actually get some blue mushrooms as well. I think that will be more advantageous, maybe, eventually. I don't know, maybe like the jungle is better for gathering blue mushrooms and it just like showers you with them. And only this map is very scarce with them for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe the volcano has more for whatever reason. It's like, oh, it's the in-game map, so you get more mushrooms. That's how that works. I feel like there's not really a point in farming them here, because I may as well farm them where I can actually get a reward for farming them other than just the materials provided. Oh boy. Oh, thank you. You stunned him. Oh, also, directional influencing is weird in this game, and I don't think you can change it. It is always static, so if you press up, you will roll forward, and there goes that carcass. So, I guess it is a good idea to just kind of mash L. I can check, maybe? Turn the vibration off, maybe the camera will stop doing that. This one just spawned in, didn't it? Yes, it did. Okay, great. It is just utter chaos in this game. Like, they're all dealing equal amounts of damage to each other and flinging each other. Very crazy. Can be helpful, like with Velocidrome, they can kind of just jump all over each other, but it does make it a little difficult to get a clean hit in. And they do just waste a lot of time sometimes, which I'm very grateful for. Obviously, if they were just like doing their little quick bite attack, that would be very annoying. Do they normally have that ramming attack? If they do, they don't use it very often. Most of the time they just sting, which obviously has the added effect of being able to paralyze you. Why are you here? Supposed to be far away. I'm gonna take this as my opportunity to just ignore you. And he's back. Oh, there's 3 of them. Wonderful. This isn't worth it. You know what? Just get me out of here. I didn't even grab the items because I didn't think I'd be out here for long. I thought at most it'd just be the Velocipray again, but for whatever reason, I guess because there's no Bulldrome, Bullfango have a good decent amount of HP. However, Bulldrome's in dose, and they still have absurdly large amounts of HP in that game. Ooh, free paintball. Wait, Huskberries. Are those free? Yes, they are. I think the normal shots sell for like 1 zenny, but I think the Huskberries sell for 1 zenny a piece. So, it's 11 zenny. See how much I sell for. Yep, 1, but $11 is $11. Oh, that doesn't even sell for anything. Fair enough. Paintballs, though, those sell for 10. I don't know if it's worth the price of 8 special mushrooms, though. I think you'd rather just gather those on a regular quest and sell those, right? They do actually sell for 60, which is better than iron ore, because you gather that for free. Is an iron pickaxe worth 3 regular pickaxes? Maybe. I don't know what the percentage chance is. I guess I could get a bug net too, just to see what I can get. Those only cost 30. Everything is a risk in this game. Make one bad purchase and that sets you back 2 quests. It's not that bad, but it can feel pretty bad. Also, your item box only holds stacks of items that would fit in your pouch. So, 10 potions, 10 mega potions, things like that. So your box is going to fill up pretty quickly on top of not having that much space for them. It's great. It's wonderful. Thank you. Just singular herbs. So good. At least you're not dealing that much damage. It's so funny. It's just like, come on, you can go around the tree. It's like, no, I don't want to go around the tree. This is not a good area to fight in. Stop. Stop. I think that's new. That's gotta be, or not new, but I don't think that's in the English version. I'm not used to that at the very least. Please. Do they respawn? No. There's probably more in the next area. Yeah, there's more. Okay. Not even gonna bother trying to get that one to come out of its hiding spot. Also, if you don't dodge like immediately after your attack ends, you're not getting that dodge. Like you have to plan all of that out in advance. I hope you didn't roll in the wrong direction when it throws at a tail sweep. My best Kilby impression. I like how sometimes they flinch and sometimes they just don't. This time I'm ready to fall over, but you didn't impress me enough with those first few attacks. Also, their huts do look a little weird. Like, very armadillo-y, I guess. I don't know if that was the intention. Like, I know like normal deer have spots and things like that, but that's a little bit more than just spots. That's like an actual texture. Maybe they were supposed to be more reptilian. That didn't last for long. That one respawn? Or are you just hiding from me? Yeah, I probably have enough herbs for a good minute, so I need to focus more on mushrooms now. Granted, not natural shrooms. Okay, thank you. I think they'd put 4 stumps by the campfire. Because it's a multiplayer game, right? You're gonna have 4 players sit by the fire. On the bright side, I don't have to look up a urgent quest list. If I'm doing everything, obviously, if you're not doing everything, then yeah, you're gonna have to look up an urgent quest list. Thankfully, this feels pretty gentle. 5 well done steaks. Please. I shouldn't have to leave Area 1 for this quest. Also, well, I'll just save the raw meat that I have in my boxes. I will grab a bug net, though. I think that would be helpful. You know, I find this quest reward interesting because wouldn't you maybe get more? I don't know, maybe that's the equivalent amount of 5 well done steaks being sold. If it's not, and you're just like getting ripped off, it's like I can get my own steaks for that much of a reward. Guess I should probably make an effort to not let them run away. It's probably more efficient just to spam like single strike moves. Especially when the monsters are this docile. Quit that. No, don't leave. I'm not fast enough. That's 6, so I can fail 1. Probably got quite a few bones from that then, didn't I? 2, okay, well. I guess if I carved 8 times. Time for the fun. I feel like I'm pressing that a little bit too early. I mean, I guess it's not too early if I'm getting it, but I don't think that's a good habit to have. Alright. It's kinda hard to tell, I'm being honest with you. if I'm being honest. At least it's more generous than the fishing. Okay. Only failed one time. Get my seeds in this game. Wonder how much those sell for. That's a pretty decent amount if those are consistent rewards. Like, well, you do have to farm stakes. I have a feeling you can probably farm Velocidrome a little bit faster than that. Also, I did not use the bug net that I made special care to grab. Hardest thing is if you're not going by like a mining spot or something, then you're not gonna think about it. All right, egg quest time. I'll give you your free flash bomb for this one. And I'm going to use it. I'm not going to save it. Because I don't want to put up with the little Velocipray in the area. Get a whole 2 crickets. Is that what I got? No, I got a bitter bug. Okay, that's all right. Can you hit me from here? Yes. Save me some time. That may not have been faster, actually. Oh, yeah, I can't go in from this direction. Kinda forgot about that. There's a big rock over there right now. Because they want you to go through the top area. Do make note that there are 3 Velocipray here. So if anything that we grab requires us to not drop it, we Probably don't want to go to that area, right? So ugly. Yep. First little encounter with Rathalos for an egg quest. You don't get a Superman dive in this game, so you kind of just have to deal with it. We're gonna climb up here and kind of leave our friend alone. Okay, you can actually get up there. I did not expect that. I don't think I've ever seen you do that much in the way of actually attacking me. So, throwing the flash bomb there isn't really that helpful. Just like, even if he stayed there, but obviously, I guess not obviously, but normally, if you grab a monster's egg, it's gonna try to run on over to the den pretty quickly. So I'm gonna try to get everyone to look at me. Perfect. Trying to move the camera. All right, here we go. Crunch time. They're stunned for quite a while. So the only one I should have to worry about is Mr. Los. Mr. Los is gonna be pretty aggressive. So we're just gonna try to dash as much as we possibly can. I probably could have had a ration beforehand, that would have been smart. However, as you can hear, I did not know that you could draw your weapon while holding an egg. Look at me being all smug, acting like I have the game plan just to lightly tap the right stick and ruin the entire thing. I'm not even bothering. Flash bomb's gone. Rathalos is in there. He's just gonna throw me around. I'm not even dealing with that. It went so well when I did this the first time too. Just like, okay, flash bomb the Velociprey, grab the egg, get out. Rathalos is over there. He's not gonna chase me too far. Let's try that again and hopefully not draw our weapon. Normally that's disabled. Normally, but I guess in this game anything's possible. I just need to mash the right stick. Or not the right stick, the L button. I was trying to turn my camera around to look at him, but, you know, going from the 4 face buttons to the D-pad requires you to jump over the right stick. And that's, well, okay, that's not universal. You could, like, on a, well, no, I think that's still pretty universal on a PlayStation controller, right? Because you still have your, I don't know what you would call it, the palm, I guess, of your hand to move over it. Are you gonna play the cutscene again? No! Okay, this is better, actually. It's not better. It's taking longer because I have to do everything all over again, but still. I'm not gonna get hit this time, actually. He's just kind of staring off into the distance. Okay, no, he sees me now. Goodbye. Everyone look at me once more. Everyone look at me. Yes, see, look, I'm eating the meat. Yes, bite me. Take the juicy flesh off of my body. Alright, go ahead and grab this egg. Okay, this time I'm gonna hold the controller. Very especially, I'm going to keep my entire hand above the controller where only my index finger can press the run button. I'm not gonna worry about Rathalos. I can hear him dropping, but he's not going to reach me. Oh boy, there's a insect. Ah! I didn't know. I forgot if there was a pedestal or not. Do I even bother still? Like, he's gonna roar and growl at me, and we're gonna try it. This is not supposed to be happening. I'm supposed to be better than this. Oh boy. Are you gonna, like, do your enraged roar, maybe? Heard a fireball go off. Grab it, go. That still hits up through the wall. You know what? No, I'm not doing this. I'm acting way overconfident. I need to just slow down. I've done this before in a single try. I don't need to rush it. I didn't have to rush it before at the very least. You're on a bit of a timer once you throw the flash bomb, but... I know what the problem is. I'm not eating the ration before I grab the egg. Like, isn't it better to eat it now so I can get up to it faster and not worry about the first bar dropping too quickly? Okay. Ratha's gonna drop down. We're just gonna ignore him. He's gonna stare out to the side for a little bit. Get a nice view of the land before he turns around and looks at me. Gonna walk in place. We're gonna walk in here. I'm going to get the flash bomb ready. Everyone's gonna look at me. Everyone's going to be stunned by that correctly, yes. Granted, it's probably better to throw this by the eggs as opposed to further away because now they're guarding the entrance and that flash bomb may wear off pretty quickly. It's okay. I have more stamina, so that means I can run in a longer burst. I did say they were stunned for... They are stunned for a pretty decent amount of time. But it does run out quick enough. Yep. And they're on the prowl. Okay, just get to the loading zone. Alright, we're good. Now the Vespoid spawns here. I think I'll just drop off the ledge, right? Okay, and then I can run off this one. Get some distance. Stay away from that shadow. Don't get too aggressive. Where am I going? Okay, we're gonna take the long way around because I'm not very smart. It's okay. Again, I think we're fine. He's just kind of attacking the wall. We'll let him just disappear. We'll let him do that. Camera is not being very helpful right now. But as we know, the Velociprey are in that area. And when we did the fishing quest earlier, are you trying to attack me? You're an herbivore, you don't eat eggs. Maybe you do, I don't know. We know before that we did the fishing quest, there was nothing in here other than cats that could attack us. So we're gonna take the safe, long way around and not deal with the Velociprey. At most, the ones we'll have to deal with will be in whatever that area is that you first fight the Velociprey in, which certainly it is possible. There have been Bulldrome or Bullfingo in that area too. But it's a much shorter area than that first area you walk into. And then after we get past this one, it's just the Aptonoth, which we'd have to deal with anyways. Okay, are there any in here? Nope. Just Mossmine doing their synchronized walking animations. And they aren't usually aggressive. I think they sometimes are. Also, there's a spiderweb I can grab over there, if I'm so inclined, but I think I'm good for now. Just get this amazing egg. Better be the best tasting egg in the world. I mean, surely it makes a very large amount of scrambled eggs at the very least, if not like a big fried egg. I would assume that's what you're using it for. What does it say? What is this egg needed for? Oh, okay, no, it's for medicine. Fair enough. You know what? That's perfectly fine reward for all of the trouble is helping someone get better. I think that's fair. It's supposed to be that easy. You grab the egg, get out, and you're safe. Other than the Vespiquen, that's not really that scary. No, you do get the contract fee. So why did I only have 200 extra on the quest that should have given me 300? I don't know. I think I'm overthinking it at this point. Can I make a lance yet? Probably don't want to buy one. So the bone lance stinks, but it may be better once it gets some more sharpness just because of the higher raw. Velocidrome shouldn't be that difficult, so maybe. I don't know, that egg quest, it may set the tone for the entire playthrough. They give you 4 flash bombs. That's something you can sell. On top of it being a quest that already has, I think, a pretty good reward. Yeah. You essentially double your reward. Oh, no, you don't double it. Sorry. You get a good amount. And if you absolutely need to, you can just sell the parts as well. You know what? I'd probably be better off not gathering in this area. There's only one of them, right? No, there's two. Okay. That's what I was concerned about when I was waiting on the cliffside to ambush me, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. It is very generous of them to give you 4 flash bombs for this. It's super useful in a crowd control game that heavily favors that. Do you not spawn here? I think that's where it spawns in Generations. However, this is obviously not Generations. You've got a few more years before that. Alright, here we go. Immediately the little fellas start spawning in. Oh boy, yep, we are all ready to go. And they are foiling each other quite handily. I'm sure I'm still dealing better damage than they are, but the flinches are much appreciated. Okay, don't roll, please, thank you. I'm just gonna try to stay moving and hope that does its job. Stay out of their sidelines. That's the main goal. Keep him flinched as much as possible. I don't like this. Again, it's not very generous in letting you roll, is it? And then you input the rolling correctly and you're rolling forward as opposed to sideways like you would like. I'm afraid of what this game is going to do to my muscle memory. Come on, fellas, get over here. Okay, well, that's great. Is he just like crying in the corner? Please stop. This is not what I wanted. There you are. Actually has some distance on it. Not a lot of distance, mind you, but still. I'm not using the claw, by the way. I refuse. I will take my hand off of the right side of the controller to use the D-pad if I have to. It's weird. As you can probably imagine, it's weird. Probably want to heal. Okay, thank you. Now I think I can still use items, right? Maybe? I guess not. You know what? That's fine. Nope. Wonderful AI. Okay, cool. Running around also is not the quickest thing in the world, but what can you expect? Well, one finally died. Billy probably should sharpen. He's got to be close to death, though. I didn't upgrade my weapon. I guess that would probably help. Please. Okay, he's leaving. Well, not the worst area. Or are they just following after him? That's kind of neat. And just disappear. That's fun. I didn't realize that's how that worked. Are they gonna actually be in the area though? Probably not. No, not really. Where are you going? They do move pretty quickly in this game, don't they? Yeah, they do. It's like, oh, 30 seconds. If you're not here, then too bad. I'm gonna try to save these flash bombs though. In the egg quest, it's much more useful, but here I think I can get by without it. We're just gonna try to do this for a while. There we go. Okay, not too terrible. Now the question is going to be, is there a button I can use to skip this? I want to say I figured it out, but oh goodness. Please, I'd like my carves. Why are there 5 of you? Yes, please attack me after I finish carving. That way I get out of it faster. You only get 2 carves, don't you? Yes, okay. Fun enough. Yeah. All right, everything going from here should be mostly new. At the very least in terms of this game's mechanics. Again, I've played a bit of Freedom, so I do have that experience at the very least. How much do these sell for? Only 57. I mean, that's not terrible, but they are pretty useful. Oh yeah. Right, you have to have your items, and item pouch to be able to make stuff in this game. I think the bone lance is going to be better. Just, you know, have to upgrade it. I think I'd much prefer this weapon though, for now. It already gets green? That's weird. And I can make that one as soon as I get the money for it. What? Why would I give up green? Isn't green, like, really good? That's weird. Why would... I mean, it's like 20 more raw. However much the multiplier is in this game, I think it's usually 1.1. They don't give you flash bombs for this quest. It's like the harder version. Do I get a higher reward for it? Yes, I do actually get a higher reward for it. And the contract is even more expensive. Oh, okay. I assume wyverns have also been sighted nearby means that there's a Rathalos on the map. Or at the very least a Rathian. That's fun. Am I gonna see it? No? Not yet? Also, green sharpness weapon, your sharpness meter is yellow. And then it goes gray until you hit red. I think green is the max though in this game. So again, your first upgrade on a weapon is your highest sharpness. That's just weird. Okay, good job. Yes. Just don't take my input, please. Alright, this is a great start. Is Rathalos in here? Yes, he is. Okay, great, wonderful. We're just gonna try to stay away from you. I probably could throw a paintball at you to, at the very least, stay away from you. Alright, good job. Oh, that's also great. Oh, wait, no, there it is. I was gonna say, it doesn't even show where he's at. It just shows if a monster's in the zone or not. So if Rathalos is paintballed and comes into the zone and leaves the zone, then you're gonna think the Velocidrome left first, right? I need to move more. It is a red dot. Alright, good. Camera is absolutely wonderful. Hello. Even if you press the button, it still just does not want to work. Like, I'm trying to get rolls immediately after I land here, and it's just not. It's like, no. You didn't press it in the right way at the right time, so you don't get it. I think I hear Rathalos. Yep, he's here. Okay, good. The Velocidrome at the very least wants his life saved. I guess they immediately de-aggro. I'm assuming that's what the blue dot is. Please. Okay. Let's get away from that loading zone, please. Look towards me, or not. Back away. Oh. There we go. Okay, yeah, that bit much faster. I assume the green sharpness is doing most of that work. Again, I really wish you could skip this. I think there is a way to. I just do not know. I'm pressing start, I'm pressing select. It's just not working. I couldn't carve anything off, really. That's great. I assume that means I didn't carve close enough to the body. Either that or that was one of my carves. Please. Oh boy. Okay. Carving the feet does not count as carving the body. Oh boy. So, when I played Freedom, I remembered this quest being just bad. Cephadrum and Cephalos are not fun memories in this game. Nice cut, Kugo. Farm him at the very least. How much money did I get for that, though? Good amount, good amount. Especially for how quick it was. That may not be a bad farm, or bad one to farm, at the very least. Okay, put these all up. On a gathering quest? I need ore. Oh, not another one. Why? Okay. We'll do that one then. Fine. I should only need one. We're gonna try to be very conservative with those. I guess I could... It isn't the quest list, right? Yes, I think so. Okay, so you can farm that for flash bombs, and that's... Honestly, that may be the best flash bomb farm. You get 4 of them per quest, right? That does not seem that bad. How much of a nightmare is this one gonna be, I wonder? Are they just gonna put Velospray everywhere? It's just like 2 2-star quests, but twice as hard. Because why not? It seems to be fairly similar. I'd find it weird if Los still spawned. Maybe Rathian's here, I guess. I don't know. There's no subquests or anything to give me hints. That's a pretty hefty reward. I don't remember what the other... Oh, no. Nope, Rathalos is still here. Yep. Okay, well... What is your deal, buddy? I guess there needs to be a wyvern for wyvern eggs. However, Rathalos is not the one who lays them. Alright. And there's 4 Velocidron here. Or prey. However, oh... One did not get flashed. Fair enough. So you can't go out the south side. I don't know if I like that, though. Okay, no, you're immediately just jumping. I should be fine, though, maybe. Kind of keep circling around your sight lines. We should be good. Drop. Drop down the right side. Is his AI maybe more aggressive? No? Okay. Okay. Oh, no. What? Okay. Nope. Nope. I'm not phased. I will not be phased. This is not out of the ordinary in my experience. They like to place random rocks on the path, so fair enough. And maybe it's an inverse. Maybe this is the more difficult path while the other path is the safer one. I could see that maybe being the puzzle here. It is a puzzle. I really wish I ate that ration now, because I'm just being endlessly chased. There may even be a Velociprey here, or a Drobe. I think we're safe here. It's just the cats, and they're not really too aggressive. They're not Melinks at the very least. Okay, nope, they spawn here too. Okay, I think I can reset the zone, maybe. I think that's how it works in single player. I'm just gonna take a breather. I've got time. I doubt there will be Velociprey in the Aptonoth area. I just have to be quick. Go, 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 go. Just don't stay in one spot for too long. Sure, you are rotating. Use that for some quick distance, I guess, like a little mini dodge roll. No iframes. Okay, we're through. We're through. If there are Velociprey here, I'm going to be very upset. Why? You're just playing with me. No. No. You hate me, game! You hate me! I feel like you just abandon it at this point. Save the flash bomb. Redo it. I do like the quest abandon music. It's very nice and somber. It fits the mood. The game is just like completely mask off. It's like, okay, we've had our fun. We've held your hand for 2 whole ranks. Now we don't care anymore. We're gonna give you very unnice challenges that you're gonna have to just deal with. Also, they only give you 25 minutes for this. I want to say the first one was 50 minutes. I could be wrong on that. But just like, how can we make you suffer today? Ratha not here? He may actually just be in Area 5. That's the case. Still have Mr. Friend over there, but I think we'll be fine. Oh no. Just immediately destroyed. Stop this madness. You weren't supposed to be here. There was only supposed to be 3 of you. I still think this is better, even if, you know, they break out of their binding. Why are you attacking the Orno? I didn't eat the ration. This is bad. We're just gonna play chicken. Like, quite a lot of chicken playing. And just hope that the jumping arcs don't hit me for whatever reason. And, like, they fake you out, too. Like, there's no Vespoid here. You're all good. You did this before. There's just an extra Velocidrome, and if you see the Rathalos, it's there, but you've done that. Just wander through the area again. You know how to do this. And as you're slowly approaching the next area, you know there are Aptonoth here. There weren't any Velociprey. And there's one just like saying hello to you as immediately as you walk in the area. And now you have to play the dance with the little blue fellas as they're trying to jump all over you. And try as you might, I've got to figure this out. How do you not just get like jumped on? There's no tracking to that attack, they just jump. So what? I mean, there's tracking, but it's not like Sunbreak tracking where it's just like zoop zoop immediately to where you're at. Or maybe it is. Maybe they just absolutely did not care in this game and it's just like immediate tracking and it reads your inputs. I highly doubt that, but still. It's suggesting a mushroom hunt to me. How nice of it. No, we're gonna try to do this legitimately. Well, I mean, we're gonna do it legitimately, but we're gonna try to do this one first. Take that bitter medicine and all that sugar will taste so much sweeter. But even then, the sugar is more like dirt that they've kicked in your face because you've let them drop your guard. I do wonder, is Area 6 maybe the strategy? It's much shorter. That may be the strategy that they're trying to kick you into. Like, there is no gentle shoving in this game. It's just punch, kick, body slams, all that fun stuff. This time we're going to eat the ration before we even get in the area. If I remember, we're going to throw the flash bomb and make sure that all of them get caught. I do believe the Area 6 entrance is a little bit closer to where the egg is grabbed, so I won't have to run for as long. Okay, there's Ratha. Just crawling with his wings over the wall. It's okay. Alright, everyone look at me. You too. Even you. I know you just hate looking at people, but... How many did that get? That should get most. Okay, that got all of them. So we're gonna grab this egg and we're gonna try to slowly carve our way down the side of that mountain and see if this is gonna work any better. The problem I have is Area 2 is probably still going to just stink. But... like, Area 10 is fine, it's just Area 7 is not great. I guess it's fine, but we're gonna see how bad this is. Maybe, you know, grabbing the egg, like, forces Ratha to move here, and then it's just like, no, not at all. Oh, no, they spawn here too. That's great. We love that. At least we know you're equal and you're... oh no, I hear Ratha. They take the rock away to give you some amount of hope. And then it's just like, oh, you thought you could use this area? Sorry. And there's the egg breaking. All right, awesome. Good job. I'm not even... you know, I probably could try to go back in the nest. What is this quest? Is this just to completely destroy any hope you had in the game being nice to you? Like, this reward is certainly not worth it. I'd rather just farm a Velocidrome. Alright, we're gonna stick with the old plan, because at the very least I'm not pitted against a Rathalos. Also, I didn't even eat the ration, so... again, maybe that's the ticket. Gotta eat the ration and everything goes well. It is helpful, I will be honest. In fact, I may as well just eat both of these now, right? Unless that boosts me up to... no, 150? That should... Alright. Try this again. You're looking at me. I know you're looking at me. If you could get out of the corner, that would be great. Hey, come over here. Please. Thank you. Need everyone in the corner. Okay, good job. And they should be further from the entrance, so it will take them a little bit longer to get over. Yeah, the extra stamina is great. Okay, first all the way up and run. Nope, that was just hitbox quirk. In fact, I need to probably just run blind. That way I can see the perpetrators and stay away from them. Granted, this is not easy, and they can like jump halfway across the map because they need to be able to do that. You're not gonna jump at me, right? Is the back cop like the tail for the jump? Maybe? Okay. I have a breather. The cats will not attack me. I'm a little confused as to why they don't attack me because I'm quite used to the felines attacking you, but... maybe I'm thinking of Dose, maybe I'm not. I'm pretty sure I remembered them like pulling out bombs and attacking you, but I don't know. We're gonna fully recover here and just walk into the next zone. I already know what I have to do. And that is make a beeline to the left. Oh boy, and they're already jumping at me. Can they cover so much distance with their jumping? Recover. Wait, they're so far behind. Okay, we're gonna make a straight shot. We should be good here. I don't know what they got distracted by. Whatever it was, it must be better than me, so we're gonna take that as a blessing and just move on. Okay, now the really fun stuff is where this guy is blocking the entire path. As long as I think I stay away from him, I should be good. Oh, this is awful. This is absolutely terrible. What's the deal? Okay, we're just not... there's like this one guy, and just... okay, stare at me. You know what? Fine. Be that way about it. No, don't be that way about it. Get in there. I know I'm almost at the stamina. I just want to be done. Okay, there's the egg quest finished. Let's not drop this. I'm just gonna slowly waddle over and put that right in the bin. I'm glad there's not two. I would not be surprised if there's another one exactly like this, but you have to deliver 2. Or even 3, because it's online and you have 3 people doing it, so that means you can get more done, right? Ugh. Okay, what is my financial situation right now? Pretty good. I just an easy gathering quest I can do. I know there's the mushroom one, but it's not available right now. I'd like to get some ore. Guess I should get another bug net as well. We've got the good stuff, so it should last, right? Somehow I got other bug nets. Don't know where those came from. I guess I'll do the Velocipede quest, right? That should be fairly painless. I guess I could do the tin one and get some quest progress done. Please. Wow, that died very quickly. You're despawning. Okay. You're probably gonna despawn by the time I get you carved. Okay. Got it just in time, I guess. Again, very weird that your first upgrade gives you green sharpness and then they just take it away. It's like, hold off for a little bit. Either that or they want to give you a taste of what's to come. God, I was going for bugs too. I guess it is good that they're quite bountiful for these quests. You don't have to sit there for 25 minutes waiting for the Vespoid to respawn. Now, that probably will be a thing. But I remember, like, leaving the Switch just sitting, running, either Switch or 3DS, one of the two, waiting for Vespoid to spawn in Generations, just so I could get the Vespoid to respawn so it could actually, you know, do the 50 count quest. I'm glad I took the time to come out here for Disc Stone. I think those sell for a decent amount at the very least. It's still, like, really? Is that all you can give me? Haven't seen any honey. I think there's a spot in the skinny area. I don't know. I think there's a spot down where the Veggie Elder spawns. Again, I'm going mostly over old knowledge that may not be quite in line with this game. Yeah, I'm going for the egg again. I don't need to do that. I need to enjoy it while it lasts, not having to go for eggs. Thank you, Velocipray. I have to fight you anyways, don't I? Oh, I'm gonna lose this fight. Random gathering pile just laying on the ground. I do see a bone, but I wouldn't consider that gathering worthy. Like, even pressing L isn't the most reliable thing to get the camera to do what you need it to. Stop. Please get over to that ore node. Pretty good ore node. At least made the money back for the pickaxe that broke. I'm not even gonna bother. I guess I could have done it a couple more times at the very least. I just don't want to, like, hit it and then it say your pickaxe broke and then not give me what I got. I would assume it calculates that at the same time, but I would also not put it past the game to just be like, no, you don't get it. That. Oh. Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna hope the Bone Lance is good. Okay, it is. It's pretty okay. It's about the same as the Night Lance. You get 3 more points of raw. But you get, I think, better sharpness or comparable. And it's cheaper on the iron ore. In fact, I can make it, I just need the money for it. Question is, do I bother making the money for it? Or do I keep being frugal? I think those sell for pretty cheap, unfortunately. I want to save the Macalite ore, so probably not that either. I guess that means I probably want to, like... I guess I can see how much they sell for. I feel like it'd probably just be better to farm for quests, though. I'm not... worry so much. Yeah, $15. No, thank you. I mean, maybe eventually, but... Also, the funny thing is, it's not going to tell you what armor skills you get. Since armor skills are set-based, meaning you have to equip a full set for armor skills, you just have to kind of figure it out. I'm sure Rathalos is like attack up, right? Probably just want to make like Velocipray or whatever I get with just random scraps that I make and the money that I can acquire, maybe. I'll figure it out. Either way, been 2 hours and 40 minutes almost, so we'll call it here. That got the entirety of 2-star done, so I can't say it's too terrible. 3-star is certainly showing that it's going to be very fun, so we'll figure it out. Either way, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.